Hello and welcome to the podcast that asks the question,
What can the kids watch?
Tremors by Ron Underwood. It's a 15 certificate from 1990. Did you watch this? You watched this back in the day, surely?
I watched it loads of times. Loads and loads of times. And could quote it. It's great. Show your kids. End of podcast.
End of podcast. Whenever I think of the concept of gateway horror, you want to get people into horror, but you don't want to start off with something like Hellraiser or something like that. You want to gently ease them into it. My two go-tos are Tremors and Poltergeist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have just said Tremors because Poltergeist is quite horrific.
No. Poltergeist 2 is quite horrific.
Okay.
Way scarier. Poltergeist 1, and I'll give it a couple of years. We'll see how long this podcast goes on for, but our kids are going to watch Poltergeist.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people do not like Poltergeist 3. In fact, I'm quite sure it's not a beloved film. But I think Poltergeist 3 is cack-your-pants terrifying. That's the one with the mirrors. I think I've never really fucking trusted mirrors since I saw Poltergeist 3 as a child. Fuck off, mirrors.
Should have started removing them from the house.
I mean, oh God. Have you seen Poltergeist 3?
No.
No, because you don't have a problem with mirrors. You'll have a fucking problem with mirrors after Poltergeist 3.
I've got a problem with swimming pools. Is it Poltergeist 1?
I think that also I think something similar with water, because it's reflective, isn't it? So that's also happens in Poltergeist 3. But yes, anyway, we're not talking about Poltergeist.
No.
We're talking about Tremors. So, Tremors, a film that Kevin Bacon for a long time was very embarrassed about being a part of.
Really?
Yeah, but he said he wasn't in a very good place in his life when he made it. And he only did it because he needed money pretty quickly. And as time went on, he was blaming Tremors for the bad place he was in his life. But as time went on and old wounds heal, he started to look upon it as, oh, actually, that was a really good time on that shoot and everyone was very nice, and I wish other shoots had been as fun as the Tremors shoot. And he warmed to it quite a lot as time went on. And Tremors was not a hit. Tremors was a box office failure, I believe.
Really?
Or certainly in America. And that also didn't help him because he was like, well, it was a flop, so I'm not... why should I talk about Tremors? But I think most people want to talk to Kevin Bacon about Tremors or Footloose.
Does it have cult status?
Yeah. I mean, there are, I think to date, 7 films in the Tremors franchise. And
I've seen one.
No, that's not true.
Is it not?
No, you've seen 4 of them.
Have I?
Yeah.
That's how good the sequels are.
You thought the second one was really fucking good.
Okay.
And there's a reason why you thought the second one was really fucking good. Because the second one is really fucking good.
Okay.
The second one should have gone to cinemas. But it's all of the Tremors sequels are video on demand. Like straight to like VHSs for the most part, and then up to DVDs, and then up to Blu-rays. This franchise, if Kevin Bacon had stayed with it, I'm sure Tremors 2 would have gone into cinemas. And it was intended for a little while in production, but then it ended up just being like, nah, let's just bash it straight onto VHS and get it out there for a quick buck. But I think Tremors 2 is really fucking good. And I'm sorry you can't remember it, but I remember big laughs.
I don't remember a lot of things.
No, you don't, but I remember you...
We watched too many films.
To be fair, it was before we had children. But we watched Tremors 1, 2, 3, and 4 because you hadn't seen them.
That's a long time ago.
At the time when we watched Tremors 1, 2, 3, and 4, there only was Tremors 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And how many of them now did you say?
And then there was 5,
7.
6, 7. Yeah, there's 7. I like most of them. I'm actually a big fan of this franchise. And
can we just talk about the first one?
yeah, we're gonna.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that it's I think it's ultimately a very good franchise, and it starts with an absolute cracker of a film. As I say, a real gateway horror movie for me, and one I watched quite a lot when I was young. And it's much like Poltergeist. It's not just the the horror or the monsters that's the fun part. The characters are fun.
And how they interact with each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really good cast and fun people. Do you know? Because so in this small town of perfection, there is a couple of gun nuts who are proper preppers, survivalists.
Isn't the actress, wasn't she a country singer?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. So Reba McEntire who plays Heather. She was a country singer. Still is a country singer. She's very famous. She's a very famous country singer.
She's got an accent that's quite country-ish,
Absolutely. And then Michael Gross, who plays Bert, he was not famous for being a gun-toting, like, almost psychotic lunatic. He was famous for being the dad on the sitcom Family Ties, which is the sitcom with Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
So he was one of many sitcom dads in the 80s that was like, oh, he was everybody's dad. And then here he is as Bert Gummer, and he's the only character to appear in every single Tremors film.
Oh, right. So he's the one that ties it all together apart from the monsters.
Yes, and he's superb, and he deserves a lot of respect, I think, because he's the Bruce Campbell of this franchise.
Yeah.
And except for the fact, of course, that Bruce Campbell starts off big and continues to be big, whereas Bert is a supporting role that gets upgraded. I think by the third one, you would say he's the lead.
And the expert on the graboids.
Yes, he is. Yeah, so the Tremors get called graboids. That is the name given to them because they've got these 3 long tongues that stretch out of their mouth and grab hold of you, and they're graboids. There's
a young lass who was in Jurassic Park.
Yes, Lex.
Yes.
And this is, I guess, 3 years before Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the arsehole teenager.
Oh, God, you just want to throttle him, don't you?
Yeah, well, he comes back in Tremors 3 and is grown up and is an even bigger arsehole. He's trying to fucking sell off property and gentrify the place. Back before that was popular, actually. So, what I like about Tremors is it's Jaws, isn't it?
On land.
It's Jaws on land.
Do you know what? It was actually called Land Shark.
Oh, was it?
That was the script, but then I think, was there a SNL or there was some kind of TV show that took that name?
Oh, I see. And then that was like, oh, well, we fucked that then.
Yeah.
Tremors is a way better title.
I think, yeah, Land Shark sounds a bit
shite.
Yeah.
Also, Londoners call dogs land sharks. I've only ever heard a Londoner refer to a dog as a land shark, so okay. I can only assume based on the evidence put before me, Londoners call dogs land sharks.
Fair enough.
So there's a lot of gore in Tremors.
I think there is a lot of gore.
There's that bit where they find like a man's decapitated head sticking out of the ground.
Yeah. That's
good. That a horse gets sort of mauled.
Hard hats with lots of
bits of blood splatter and death, but not just blood, is it? There's matter in there as well.
Yeah.
That's good fun. Whenever Tremor is dispatched, that's a lot of orange goo just fired into the air. Lots of sludge. Proper looks like pumpkin guts.
Yeah. I like the design of them with the like, despite the 3 things coming out, there's also some kind of tusky kind of...
And a beak
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're good.
They are good.
They do get... I think when people think of sandworms, I think Dune comes up more often than Tremors, especially now that the gigantic budget Dune Part 1 and Part 2 has come out. Sandworms are back with the Dune franchise, and certainly Tremors does not predate Dune, but you know, they do their own thing. They're a different brand of sandworm.
I think the guy that wrote it went out on a hike, and then I think he was all alone.
He was on the rocks.
Yeah.
And he was like, what if I couldn't get off? Yeah. S.S. Wilson.
Yeah.
He directs some of the sequels.
Oh, right, okay.
So yeah, he does. He stayed with the franchise for a little bit.
Was he something to do with Short Circuit?
Oh yes, I think he is. I think he wrote Short Circuit.
Because I think on the success of that, they said, have you got any more scripts? And that's how Tremors came
Land
about.
Shark.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, I am really fucking glad we're not sat here talking about a film called Land Shark.
I'm trying to think of other films that have got land in front of it.
The Land Before Time. I think there's a good amount of swearing in all Tremors. We've got ass. We've got shit. Shit happens once again. Shit is there a lot. Jesus Christ. Pecker. Bastard. Goddamn. Son of a bitch. Fuck you. I said last week, didn't I?
Yes,
I was
you
like,
did. Yeah.
Fuck you is what Kevin Bacon shouts at one point. I love this film. I think it's.
Do you know what I like?
Go on.
The bit where they're pole vaulting over the
Oh,
rocks. All in unison.
yes. There's that
like,
excellent.
clever.
There's that excellent wide where
Yeah.
it's like they're sort of doing it in profile, and it's superb, superbly shot film. The effect of so they put when the graboids are coming for them, but they're still underneath the ground. But what they do is they put the camera low, right down to the ground on a steady cam, and have that fly at the actors.
So you know that.
So you know that that's where it's supposed to be. But it's not a shot suggesting that the graboids are out of the ground.
No.
They're still underneath. But it's a really effective way of putting across the peril, but also letting you know where those fucking things are.
Yeah.
So yeah. As I say, I'm just a fan. I'm a fan of this franchise, and I think the kids, I think they'd maybe like to watch the sequels.
Well, if they want to watch it, they can do.
I don't know, because they're a bit unsure. They were a bit afraid of some of this.
Yeah, and at one point I had to remind them it is only a film.
Yeah, but they were definitely early on when it was still. Firstly, you hadn't seen what the graboids looked like. Not that, like, when you see them, that's any better. As soon as you see them, you're like, fuck off, that's horrific. But when you don't know exactly what you're dealing with, and the characters don't know exactly what they're dealing with, it is more frightening at the start. And that's where you get, like the old man who's climbed up a telephone pole and has died of dehydration because he was afraid to come down. So just seeing a dead body clinging hold of this telephone pole, it's like that could be quite traumatic. And the all the dead sheep, and then that's the scene with the head like partially buried.
Yeah.
All that stuff, and the scene where the doctor and his wife.
That's quite sad.
That is sad, and that scene that's probably the most horrific in terms of absolute gut-wrenching fear for a character, I think, because the rest of it's fun.
But also, isn't that the only scene that's in nighttime?
Oh.
Thinking about it with the...
Yes, I think you're right.
So that makes it more scary.
Yeah, whereas the rest has...
Because
it's
that's
quite confident, isn't it, to make a horror film that
in
for the
bright
bulk,
daylight.
for the bulk of it is...
And it's very bright.
Yeah, it's like The Shallows as well, I suppose, because
Yeah.
that was all like broad daylight. But yeah, obviously the desert setting, very, very bright. Do you know what? I will say, because it's just come to mind, in one of the sequels, there's a scene where they go to some snowy mountains, but they can't afford to go to snowy mountains. So it's a desert, and like a deserty area, and then all they've done is like put a filter on it to make the sand look white.
Oh, I don't like that.
No, I know. And
when you watch some of those, Hallmark cheap Christmas movies.
Yeah, it's one of the...
It's one of my bugbears that I'm like... That they've done something with the green. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, I know. And to be honest with you, that one's part 6, which is fine, but part 5 is a fuckload better. And part 5 being a lot better affects the quality of part 6, I think. But it also doesn't help that it genuinely feels like part 6 is a cheaper film.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. But I felt part 5 significantly. Part 5's in Africa and looks quite glorious, I think.
Doesn't budgets get smaller and smaller?
Well, for those kind of films, yeah, where they're just getting home releases, yeah. They unfortunately they were, which is a shame, because like I said, they're not all the sequels are stellar, but I'm happy with most of them. I think there's only 2 that I think are a bit like poor.
Are the graboids still practical?
Not always.
See, because they were practical and they could interact with them, and it
I
was
know.
it's just really, really good.
I know.
And when they explode,
I know, but there's some CGI in the 3rd one, and it's still the 90s, I think, or at the very least, the very early noughties. And I mean, that is some garbage CGI in that particular one. The 3rd one is probably my least favourite, I think. I'm going to do a rewatch of them. I do enjoy them for the most part.
So Kevin Bacon,
yeah.
7 degrees of... Is it 7 degrees of separation?
Oh,
Kevin Bacon?
to get to Kevin Bacon. Yeah. I think I could get to him in 3.
Go on then.
Well, I can't remember now, but my linchpin was obviously working with John Hurt.
Yeah.
So that did a lot of the heavy lifting for me. But that's to be expected. But yeah, Kevin Bacon's very good. Fred Ward,
He's really good as
he's
well.
excellent. Like he's in part 2, and to be honest, still having just him is enough. And Bert, obviously.
Does he tell you what's happened to Val and...
Well, they in between films they've made a shitload of money off the fame of it, but Val has used his money wisely, whereas I think, if I remember correctly, Earl has invested in ostriches to have an ostrich farm, or emus, one of the 2, and it's not going well for him, and he's living in a trailer. And then the opportunity comes to go and be a specialist on killing some more graboids.
Okay.
But then there's an evolution of the graboids in the second one that causes all kinds of fucking problems.
What do they do?
I can't believe you can't remember this.
I can't... Right, you've got to remember.
Well, basically,
I've
if
had
a
2
graboid...
children and I can't remember.
if a graboid lives long enough, it becomes a cocoon, and then a smaller legged version bursts out of the cocoon, and they hunt with like heat seeking, and they shriek, and they're called shriekers.
In my head, all I can think of is like a turd with legs.
Yeah, a little.
Okay.
A little. And then in the 3rd one, there's another version of them where the evolution is they blast fire from their backside, and then they sprout wings and fly into the air. And those ones are called ass blasters. So it's graboids, shriekers, and ass blasters.
It's like a weird version of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Should we make some cards?
Yeah, the kids can definitely have a card that says ass blasters on them. Yeah, that's what we want. Take them to school, kids. Finn Carter, who plays Rhonda, she's had a shit career and has had run-ins with the police.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For what?
Thieving.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, if you look at her career, it's... I mean, Kevin Bacon said he thought Tremors was going to end his career, but I mean, it fucking ended her career before her career had even started. And she's very good as well, so that is quite sad. But yeah, just a lot of quite poor things I would imagine you've never fucking seen before, unless you live in America probably, and some criminal activity.
It's quite sad.
It is, but that's
But
that.
still, it's...
At least she's got Tremors.
It's a good film. I love Tremors.
Yeah.
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 So, with that...
Do you recommend it for children?
I do.
You hypocrite.
I am a hypocrite, but it just... I think it's...
Because it's your choice.
I think it's because...
I wanted to watch The Mask. Anyway, go on.
Well, I think I do like The Mask, from what I remember.
Of course you like The Mask. Everyone likes The Mask. We will be watching The Mask.
But I do like Tremors. I've got good memories of watching Tremors. And, yeah, it's quotable. Love it. It deserves more recognition than what it got. And obviously, with 7 sequels, it didn't do too bad.
Yeah, like,
but bring back Kevin Bacon.
Well, like he came back. He came back for a pilot TV movie. Oh, sorry, as well as the 7 sequels, there was a TV series as well, but the series is definitely not well thought of, and I've only seen a couple of episodes of it. But that was back in the late 90s. But they wanted to bring it back and had Kevin Bacon come back, and there was this trailer released, and then it never saw the light of day. And to this day, I don't fucking know what happened to the Tremors remake that has Kevin Bacon in it. I don't know why it was shelved, but as far as I can tell, it's never been released. So, fuck that for a game of cards.
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen
Just
very
like
often, but...
dangle that carrot in front of you and then take it away.
But yeah, do you know? But I like everything we fucking show. I recommend this to the kids. But yeah, I think it's great. I think it's a magnificent film. I think it's very, very exciting. It'll keep you on your toes, just like the characters.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.